Guys, Bitcoin broke down from this rising wedge formation, but right now is holding an important support level, and we actually see that Bitcoin came back into the pattern on the relative strength index. And let me tell you exactly in today's video what this happens, because we also see something very interesting in a different chart. So let's dive straight into that, guys. Of course, before we are diving in, smash up that like button, very much appreciated. Let's push this video to as much people as possible, because there are still too many bears out there. And like I said in yesterday's video, guys, we are seeing a very interesting pattern on the stablecoin dominance chart, which means that if this one breaks out to the upside, we most likely will get a Bitcoin correction. But we didn't broke that one to the upside, guys. We have a failed attempt of breakout, and we already have that breakout in the relative strength index. But if we do fall below here, then actually things look quite bullish for Bitcoin, and we still could see Bitcoin maybe going to 26, 27, 28,000 before we are topping out, and then see that further correction. So this is so far looking good. It looks like a rejection, but we also want to see the relative strength index coming down below that level. But if we have a look at Bitcoin, and we see on the relative strength index that we had a falling wedge formation, we broke down, moved sideways, and break back into this wedge. Most of you guys know what this happened. This is normally extremely bullish, because it means that it tried to break down, it didn't work, so we went back into the pattern. Most of the time actually in the price, but often we are seeing it also in the relative strength index, similar patterns as in price, right? We run up to the resistance and break out. If that were to be the case, then the correction of Bitcoin right now is over, and we are going to see most likely Bitcoin continuing this rally, maybe even going to maybe up to 28,000 US dollars, guys. That is definitely on the table. That's definitely possible, because this pattern is also actually quite nice. Of course, when we would break down right here, which we have seen yesterday, the downside would still be quite limited, because if you just have a look at the behavior of the momentum indicator right here, you are seeing that the price is consolidating in a upwards pattern, while the relative strength index is consolidating in a downwards pattern. And of course, if we have a high in the price, lower high in the relative strength, it's a bearish divergence. But look how it reacts on a bearish divergence. It just goes sideways, right? Another bearish divergence just goes sideways. Right, so this is actually extremely bullish, but it's also very confusing to a lot of people, guys, because a lot of people will be right here, whoa, we got major bearish divergences, time to short, time for a correction, but it's not always the case. If we, for example, I always take that example, but if we just go to 2019, which actually look time-wise quite similar to what we are seeing right now, we went into this uptrend. This uptrend was full, I guess world record of bearish divergences, but we just pushed on higher, right? So that's also what I'm trying to say sometimes. Don't be that trader that is like, oh, we are seeing a bearish divergence, I'm only going to rely on that indicator, and that's just what it is, and we are going to have a correction. No, that's just basically not how it works. Let's have a look at WhalePortal, what we are seeing right here. One sign that we did got was that the funding rates actually came down during that low. So we didn't have negative funding, but the funding rates went down. And that was actually, in hindsight right now, actually was a sign, okay, things are maybe looking more bullish than bearish, to be honest. Did we get a high reading on the premium index as well? Last one was right here on the 5th of February at 2 o'clock roughly. Where was that? Wow, that is crazy, guys. That was actually the exact bottom right here. That is how significant this information is, guys. I'm just seeing this now too, because I hadn't paid attention to this. But wow, we have an extreme reading exactly at this low candle. Wow, crazy. That's just crazy, guys. But this is how powerful derivative exchange data is. I always say, if you are just trading using regular technical analysis, you're not gonna make it. You you just basically miss too much information which other traders use, which give you that extra edge in getting this control over the markets, right? So it's the big question, like I said before, are you a two-dimensional trader or a three-dimensional trader? If you look at the world in a three-dimensional perspective, you can see things way better than from a two-dimensional perspective, right? And the only difference in dimension right here is that instead of looking at price and time only, you include derivative exchange data, which is very important. So yeah, we can see the take by sell ratio going up as well. So I would say, yeah, as long as Bitcoin holding this support, things are actually not looking that bad. On the relative strength index, we could go to this resistance level, and we could, if we break that resistance, then yeah, Bitcoin could continue on a massive rally. However, I do want to see Bitcoin break above these highs right here, which were also these highs right here, which was actually right now the former support, which could act as resistance. That would be at 23,900. If we were to come up right there, we were to get rejected, depending on the relative strength index, we might just have a retest of that breakdown, right? Breakdown, we have a retest, and we're coming back down. That is still possible, of course. But if we can break above that, if we can break 23.9, roughly 24k decisively, yeah, then the next levels are on the table, guys. That's going to be 26, 27, 28,000 US dollars. That's going to be awesome, and I think it's still possible because we have seen a rally of roughly 50% right here. But if you look at previous times, once Bitcoin rallied after such a massive drawdown of 1 year price decline, 1 year price suppression, 50% rally is dope. But we know Bitcoin, and it could be more, right? It could definitely be more. Let's have a look at the S&P 500. S&P 500 coming down slightly. What is the fix saying? Fix right now at resistance, also very important. If that fix will break out to the upside, most likely the S&P 500 will go down, and then we have to watch if Bitcoin is still going to be correlated. But it doesn't necessarily have to be so, right? Because sometimes when Bitcoin is in a strong rally, it doesn't always have to correlate with the S&P 500. It did during the whole bear market, but that doesn't mean that it has to happen again. Guys, this is what I'm watching in the Bitcoin price. If you like this update, make sure to smash up that like button, guys. If you want to long or short Bitcoin on the spot market or on the derivative exchange market, you can do so over on Bybit. If you sign up with the affiliate link down below, you can get an extra bonus of up to 30,000 US dollars. Plus, if you deposit your first amount into Bybit, you can sign up for WhaleAlerts, which is a Telegram channel where you will get extra information on the markets outside of this channel. So, for example, based on altcoins, some charts will be shared over there. So, if you are interested in that, make sure to join with the Bybit affiliate link down below this video to get all these extra perks. Guys, I want to wish every single one of you an amazing day today. I love you all very much, and I hope to see every single one of you in the next video.